It's legal to build a gun in a home or a workshop, and advances in 3D printing and milling have made it easier to do so. Kits can be purchased legally for $450 to $1,000 from hundreds of websites without the kind of background check required for traditional gun purchases. The more restrictive the laws become for people to purchase firearms, we're going to see those criminal elements build their own, Tehama County Assistant Sheriff Phil Johnston said. That's what they do. In Neal's case, he had been ordered to give up all his guns earlier this year under a restraining order issued against him after he was charged with assaulting 2 women who lived nearby. He signed a document in February saying he surrendered a 9mm handgun to a gun store, which also attested to that. When Neal was arrested, police seized an AR-15 Bushmaster semi-automatic rifle. While making a ghost gun is legal, selling one is not. Federal officials are sounding the alarm about an increasing black market for homemade military-style semi-automatic rifles and handguns. The critical component in building an untraceable gun is what is known as the lower receiver, a part typically made of metal or polymer. An unfinished receiver, sometimes referred to as an 80% receiver, can be legally bought online with no serial numbers or other markings on it, no license required. Converting the piece of metal into a firearm is relatively simple and takes only a few hours. A drill press or a metal cutting machine known as a computer numeric control, or CNC, is used to create a few holes in the receiver and well out a cavity. The receiver is then combined with a few other parts to create a fully functioning semi-automatic rifle or handgun. Ghost guns are increasingly turning up at crime scenes and being purchased from gang members and other criminals by undercover federal alcohol, tobacco, firearms, and explosives agents. It is hard to say how many are circulating on the streets. In many cases, police departments don't even contact the ATF about the guns because they can't be traced. There's a genuine excitement, he said. Criminals, though, see the guns as a way to sidestep federal laws that prohibit them from owning guns, said Paul Ware, an attorney with the ATF in Los Angeles. The unfinished receiver is a total workaround because the prohibited person doesn't have to provide any identification, Ware said. You just get it delivered to your home, and you build the exact same gun you could have bought at the store. Some illegal gun mills provide one-stop shopping. They build the guns and sell them on site, Ware said. Anthony Keeling operated a business out of a motorcycle shop in Riverside where he finished receivers and illegally sold them, authorities said. Keeling pleaded guilty to federal charges earlier this year and was sentenced to 4 months in prison. In another case, a business tried to skirt the federal firearms licensing requirements by claiming it was selling barbecues and giving away ghost guns free with each purchase. It was like a parting gift, Ware said. Instead of beans and a hot dog, you were getting an AK rifle.